All right, what's up, everyone? Thank you for tuning in and welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Remora. We come to you every week and talk all things crypto to keep you guys up to date, informed, entertained, but more importantly, ahead of the markets. My name is Wes, and I'm joined with, as always, Siri Crypto. What's up, Siri?
What's up, people? How we doing?
Doing good, brother. Doing good, man. Guys, if this is your first time checking us out, make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you hit the like button. Show us some love. Show us some love, guys. We appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. Got a decent amount to go over today. Nothing crazy. We're going to take a look at the Bitcoin price chart, see where we're going to be headed here in the short term. We're also going to be looking at our bull market tops, man. I think it's that time, dude. I think it's that time to start giving some predictions and why we think they're going to go there. There's a lot of factors that go into this, so we want to discuss that. Cointelegraph, they dropped the bombshell on the markets the other day, along with Sierra's favorite Uncle Gary Gensler. He surprised everyone as well with the grayscale decision. So we're going to look into both of those stories, and then we have another one that has to do with a pretty interesting mining setup that we want to talk about, and that and much more. So that sounds good, guys. You know what to do. Let's get to it. Siri, what's up, man?
How do you how do you explain to me why everybody on that panel, and I don't think you've seen the video yet.
Which one?
Gary, the Gensler is on the stand. Okay.
God.
He's on the stand,
Right.
and he's talking about his brother because he's got a twin brother that's just as good looking as he is.
Really? I didn't think you had gotten more better looking than that, dude.
Oh, Gensler on stand. So yeah, he says, yeah, it's my brother's birthday to die. That's how he says die.
God. Bro, I was like literally in the middle of taking a sip of my drink, like some Forrest Gump, huh?
I mean, but he said, you know,
die.
okay, he wants to wish his brother a happy birthday to die.
That's cute, man. That's cute.
I'm all good with that, but come on, man, like, whatever. Happy birthday, Gary.
Happy birthday, Gensler.
I'm gonna be nice, man. Happy birthday, Gary.
Yeah, we can be nice. He's starting to lighten up a little bit, dude. He is.
Oh, he's light.
He's starting to lighten up a little bit, but I think it's forced.
No.
I think it's forced, dude.
Oh, it is forced.
It's definitely forced. He's got the puppet masters behind the scene. Hey, before we go any further, guys, I just want to point out, last week we did the interview with Andrew Saunders. We appreciate you guys watching today that have viewed it, and very good conversation about the Hashverse. We're supposed to be doing a Hashverse video too, right, Siri? I forgot about that.
We are, and I had an idea because we're having a lot of people asking questions about several things. I've seen several people asking questions like, you know, some people are like, okay, well, they're thinking about joining the Lost Donkeys, and like, but there's people out there that haven't even bought an NFT yet. They're still trying to figure out their wallet. So what I was thinking is maybe we could do a quick rundown on show people how to join the right team on Hashverse.
Of course.
So basically, we'll just do a short thing. You know, go to lostdonkeys.com, connect your wallet, you scoop you up a donk. You could go to Utopia. That's the one we really want to push.
Utopia.
We want to make a little Utopia video.
Yes, dude.
Show you how to go to Utopia and get yourself a donkey. You have to do that first before you come and join us with the Hashverse.
Correct.
So, and I think if the rules are correct, I think you have to join the Lost Donkeys.
No, you have to join the Lost Donkeys first, and then after you have the donkey and you join the allegiance.
Pretty sure that's how it goes.
That's pretty much the game.
I mean, that's the team we're on.
Yeah.
So if you want to be on the winning team, you do that.
Hee-haw.
Okay.
Like, you have to.
Hee-haw.
Yeah, you have to get on there. Yeah, definitely check out that video, man, with Andrew Saunders. He's such a big brain Chad, man. We love him, and it was very cool, man. We'll be putting that Hashverse video out real soon. But yeah, man.
Yes.
Let's. What do you want to do first, man? You want to talk about Bitcoin? What do you want to do?
So there's so much going on, even though it seems like there's not a lot. There's a ton of stuff going on. First thing I want to talk about is George, man. Cryptos R Us,
dude. How did he get banned? Did anything ever come out? Like, what was behind that? Because
So
what they said, the email, I saw the email.
Yeah,
way off.
It's BS. There's nothing. What did he do that caused harm or violence or something? Like, it's all BS. But here's the thing. What was so bullish to me was I saw Crypto Zombie was like, bang. Crypto Zombie came out, was like, don't worry, George, we're gonna get you back. Lark commented right under Crypto Zombie, like,
a lot of support.
Don't worry, bro, we're gonna get you back on. You'll be back on. Like, I commented on there. I'm sure. I don't know if you commented. I made a comment. It was like Crypto Jeb. All the influencers were just jumping on it, like, you know, like, don't worry about it. And today he's back up and running, which in 2020, maybe it was 2021, I was watching George, and I remember he got banned for like 3 months when they gave him the first boot, and I was pissed, dude. I was like, what is going on? Because it's like, I was just like, at that point, I wasn't even thinking about us doing a channel or nothing really. I mean, we had talked about it, but it wasn't like that. It was just a pipe dream. But I was watching all these guys every single day. So when he disappeared, I was like, man, that's kind of scary, dude. He's built his whole brand, his whole business, and then all of a sudden the plug got pulled. Like,
well, it's like, dude,
so
his channel's built on integrity. Like, there's influencers that are garbage. You know what I mean? That really don't deserve to be on YouTube shilling projects and doing this and that. Like, George, dude, he has his integrity's real, man, and like, he talks about Bitcoin. It's usually strictly Bitcoin and Ethereum.
It is.
Maybe Chainlink or something. You know, a blue chip project. And that was it was shocking, man. I don't think he tries to steer anybody in the wrong way, and I don't think we do either. But it is scary, you know. We're trying to build something here, and we're trying to do it with some integrity, and we're trying to be honest and positive, and you know what I mean. It's just scary, dude. How you can put so much into something, and somebody can just take it away like that, man, without too much thought. But glad he got it back. That's cool, man.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really
congratulations cool. And shout out to Cryptos R Us.
Yeah.
We are all George.
Yeah, man. We definitely check him out, man. I think he's his mindset is great, and I think his intentions are pure. He only wants what's best for his viewers, and I think that's true, man.
Well, I tell you what you know, it's just so bullish to me to see all the people that rallied behind him, and it could be something to do with everybody starting to get in a good mood now too. It's like a market's turning over a little, so everyone's like, we love you. You know, it could be a little bit of that. You know, if Bitcoin dipped down to like 20K right now, I don't think everyone would be so crazy supportive. But the thing is, all the influencers that I saw, Crypto Jeb, Zombie, you know, Lark,
I think those are good follows. Yeah.
All things ETH was like free George, hashtag free George, and you know, it's like, and he was back up and running. He's up right now. Like he's streamed on X already today. So that gave me hope for two reasons. Number one, it gave me hope that all the crypto people finally realize that we're all really in this together. Number one, we're not enemies. It's not a versus each other influencer thing. Right. It's like we all kind of need each other to help. You know, get the word out. So that was the first thing, and then also like just seeing the influencers all piggyback and work together. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, that was cool, man.
That was awesome.
So let's kind of jump into let's talk about this fiasco involving, you know, Cointelegraph. I think, what was it, 2 days ago, October 15th or 16th, something like that. One of the employees, they dropped, you know, the bomb claiming that the SEC gave the green light to BlackRock's spot ETF application, and then obviously we know what happened next. We went on this wild ride, shooting up from, you know, 27. It was like a little under 27. We were on like 26.8 or something, and I believe on Binance, dude, we went all the way past 30,000, like literally in the matter of minutes. I think it was like within 10 minutes, and but you know, obviously we came crashing back down. Turned out the tweet was, you know, there was nothing really backing it. They quickly realized that they messed up, dude. I mean, a lot of people got liquidated, shorts, longs. And that's the thing about news, man, is like, especially like breaking news, it completely wrecks the traders, because there's a difference in, like, you know, anticipated news. You know, buy the rumor, sell the news. You know, you're anticipating that. And a lot of times you want to do the opposite, buy the rumor, you want to sell the news, right? And yeah, I mean, that was breaking news, dude. And, I mean, look what happened, dude. So many people got wrecked. It was a 10% pump. just from a tweet from Cointelegraph, and there was no official source backing it up. And I mean, I think that kind of plays off of what we were just talking about, dude. Like, don't trust, man. Verify. Like, guys, that's a huge rule in crypto. I think that I couldn't drive that home enough. Like, you have to verify your sources and check into these things. But what do you think is more important, man? Do you think it's more important to kind of follow the news right now, or you think technical analysis? Like, what's your kind of process now?
My process right now, and it's a good thing because this ties into the George thing. My thesis right now is to completely, and when I say completely, I mean completely ignore the decision on whether or not to buy coins that you like. If you like Bitcoin, you like Ethereum.
Yeah.
My best advice to you is ignore the media. Don't even watch the freaking news right now, and keep doing what you're doing. If you're dollar cost
DCA,
averaging
man.
and if you're waiting for dips, and then you're buying a little harder, and then, if it pumps, you buy a little less because you're like, it's too expensive right now, wait for it to cool off. That's doing it right now, because we're in the accumulation phase. There's no way around that.
Yeah.
And I just think the smartest move right now is your high conviction plays should be getting in hard, getting in early before the crowds, and you should ignore the FUD, ignore JP Morgan. Don't listen to a freaking word they say. If they come out and they've been saying, we're getting a Bitcoin spot ETF in 3 months, 6 months, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's good. Listen to the news. Pay attention to the news, but do not let it influence what you do. Keep your head about you. Keep focused. Stay on the coins you want. Don't run around chasing meme coins every 5 seconds like the pit bull chasing the car. Don't do that.
Don't do it.
Stay focused right now. Keep your laser focus because the best thing you can do, and James from Invest Answers was one of the first ones to really drill this in my head. Because back in 2021, you remember, I was like, well, I have Chainlink, I got
like
Matic,
25 tokens.
No, dude, I had like 45 different tokens.
I did the same thing. I did the same thing. When I first got in, I did the same thing, man.
And they were good tokens. They weren't bad projects. All the projects were great.
Yeah.
They were the top 30 projects, right?
Right.
But James said, you need 10 or less. And I was like, whoa, James, I'm not getting rid of my...
Right?
I'm not doing that. And I argued with him in my head. I said, there's no way. It doesn't make sense what you're saying.
Right.
And then later on, I thought about it, and I started cutting back my bags, right? I started trimming them down. And now... I'm telling you right now, dude, I'm 10 or less. Yeah. I'm in 10 or less
Me too, man.
coins.
Me too. I think that's a maturity thing. Once you have been around long enough and you go through these bear markets, like, dude, I have learned so much throughout this bear market, more than I thought I knew.
more than you learned in the bull.
Like, way more, dude. Because in the bull, you're like, literally, I'll never forget the saying from, Chico saying, have a dartboard with a bunch of different cryptos on it, throw a dart at it, and buy the one it hits because it's gonna pump. And like, you don't have to do your research on that token. It's gonna pump. We're in the bull market.
Good.
Right now in the bear market, you have to do your research. You have to look into these projects now. You have no choice because there's no not everything is pumping. Like, there's things that are dumping more than others, and it shows you, like, Bitcoin and Ethereum, what they went down 70%, 80%, something like that. And there's other ones that are down 98%. And it's like, if I just would have did a little bit more research on these projects, then I would have understood that. So hopefully that helps, people watching today. But if you ask me, I mean, that whole mess today, or the other day with Cointelegraph, I mean, it just kind of highlights the fact that how sensitive crypto still is, to the markets and the news and things like that come out, man. But I do think when it does come, we're going to know it, dude. It's not going to be a 10% pump to the upside and a quick dump. When they start buying, they're buying for the long term. They're buying to hold for their clients. They're not going to buy it and make a quick buck and sell it. Like, do you agree with me on that? Because
Oh, it's already at that level,
Like,
man.
dude, they're loading up, man, and they're doing it for the long term. They're not gonna
and they're not selling. The thing that's beautiful is these guys that are holding Bitcoin for the. If you look at the wallets that are holding from the last, I think it's like 3 or 4 years, they're all like shrimp. They're all Remora.
Right.
They're all tiny retail traders like us. They're crypto Remora, dude. They're little Remoras swimming alongside the whales.
Right.
The whales are buying as much as they can of Bitcoin. The little Remoras just swimming behind, nibbling at what we can, and that's what it is. So, in my opinion, let's shift gears to the main topic.
Yeah, let's go, man. Let's do it.
This has mainly been my price prediction for the last year. I've been saying this. $275,000 Bitcoin is coming. And my conviction level to that Pico top number is not for 2030 like a lot of these other people are calling. My 275,000 is for this next bull run. Now, could I be wrong and we go back and play this tape? Fine. But I'll tell you what, I'm not changing it.
Yeah.
My price prediction is going to stay my price prediction because I've studied it for the last year and a half. Every way I measure it, there's just no way it doesn't go that high. And everyone says, "Oh, Bitcoin's going to go to 100,000." But let me explain something to you. When the bull run kicks off and Bitcoin cracks $100,000, what do you think is going to happen the minute it goes to, like, say 101? What's going to happen? You ever heard the word FOMO? When Bitcoin cracks that 100, I'm telling you right now, that's when groundhogs are going to be like, $100,000? What?
Because that's when it's going to be on the
when
news.
they're going to come in, dude. That's when retail's going to come in. And so if all these people are being modest and saying 150, 150, it's not going to be like that, dude. I'm telling you, when the FOMO comes in, you are going to see a spike up.
Yeah.
I'm on my most conservative I can be on the Pico top is $275,000 for the next. I'm talking about the Pico top, and I still think that's conservative.
Yeah.
If we get the spot ETF, if all these other major things happen and we go soaring past, let's say we go soaring past 100,000, like we just rip, and we go up to like 180 and then have a correction down to like 150 and then we pump to like 200, bro. I'm telling you right now, people are going to go nuts.
Yeah.
And then you're going to really see the power of what Bitcoin is all about.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's going to stay up there at 500,000 right now and on the next bull run. I'm not getting that crazy. I'm just saying the Pico top, that wick candle, like for me, I call the Pico top 69,000. That last top, that was the Pico top, right? It was $40,000 cheaper than what I thought it was going to be. I thought we were going to crack 100,000 on the last bull run in 2020.
Yeah. A lot of people did. A lot of people did.
I think we're getting our payback from what we were owed in 2020 because we got the Mexican beer virus. We got all this SBF working behind the scenes doing shady stuff. We had a delay on the Bitcoin ETF. We got World War III on the brink. Okay, we have a lot of reasons why we're being suppressed.
A lot of stuff right now. Yep.
So I think when it does get that break to run, I don't think $100,000 Bitcoin is going to be that, like, that's it.
No, I don't think so either.
See that. I don't see it.
I don't think so either. I think there, in my point of view, man, is like you were just saying, there's so much happening. There's geopolitical stuff we have to pay attention to. And the way my take on it is, as long as everything lines up like we think it's going to, and when I say that, we've talked about this before. We have, interest rates. Hopefully those start getting cut eventually. I think they're going to hold it for a little bit longer. But if these things line up and they line up in a way to where something happens, say interest rates get cut, they pivot. All right, so we pump 20,000. And then the ETF gets approved. But I don't think they need to happen back to back to back. I think as long as the timing is right where, say, they pivot, interest rates get, they pivot from the interest rates, and then a month later or 2 months later, then we get the ETF, right? So that's not even going to give us a chance to kind of withdraw and, reverse to the downside, have a correction to the downside far enough. If we come up from one fundamental event the pivot, and we come down, we start coming down, but we don't go as far down as we normally would in a correction. And then we get the ETF news. Then boom, we're going to shoot back up, another whatever, 50%. And then say we start trying to come down on a reversal or a correction. And then boom, something else happened. They're going to start buying Bitcoin. They have to buy Bitcoin to be able to have this spot. So as long as these things play out in a timely manner, and then we get the halving, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm thinking the only thing I'm really concerned about is the geopolitical things that are going on right now. As long as those things don't worsen and everything plays out in a timely manner. I mean, dude, the bottom was 15,000, right? We'll just say 15,000 to make it easy. A 10x from 15,000 is 150,000, right? A 10x from now is going to be 280,000. So I'm kind of meeting somewhere in the middle, and I do think that these things play out at the right moment, and I do think that I'm with you, man. I think that I was very conservative before, but after I thought about all these things, I'm with you, man. I think we're going to definitely be up in the 200s for sure. Now, when will that happen?
Yeah. So the when is something that to be honest with you, I've never been really great at, because you can see levels on a chart, right? You could see where support and resistance lines are on a chart. Any fool with the chart can look and see, oh, here's a level, here's a level, so that's the easy part. Predicting when is really hard. Tough. That's the really tough part. But if I had to say when, I would say it's during this next bull run. So the next bull run would be after the halving. I believe it's like 6 months after the halving is when we really see that Pico top. So I'm saying $275,000 in 2024, November through December, but before 2025.
Yeah.
If it's on the later side, maybe the early first quarter 2025, but I'm still thinking 2024 towards halfway through the year or towards November. I'm saying that I think that would be the time when we'll hit that 275.
So it's about to
Pico
be
top.
it's about the halving is in April, right?
So I'd say 1 year from now. I'll say 1 year from now is
so
my
here's
guess.
the thing, man. If you look at the charts, that don't they say that? All right, from the halving.
Yeah.
Isn't it usually like a year and a half after the halving is usually the top? So I'm thinking like October, November 2025. Yeah, dude.
Is it that long?
Because think about it. It's 4-year cycles. And normally we're in a bear market for, a year and a half? So the bull markets last way longer, I think, if I'm not mistaken, man.
No, you may be right. I know it's usually
Yeah, I think the bull market lasts, or the previous ones have lasted way longer than the bear.
Yeah, you're right. It does say, a lot of them are saying within 2 years of the halving.
So
but
let's say April of 2024, we get the halving.
Right.
And then, where would that put us? That would put us around 2025, around November, right?
2025 November is probably a safer, call. But here's another thing. The only thing that's messing me up with that too is that's what everyone is expecting, right?
Right. That's what I was saying about the mining thing on the episode before last. Is it too expected?
Yeah.
Is this like
right? So let me explain this thought real. So when we saw, I think I even called you. I think I called you when Bitcoin was at 55,000. I said, bro, it was either you or Daniel.
It better have been me.
Bro, I'm pretty sure
it better
was
have
you.
been me.
But I said, bro, I'm getting a weird feeling in my stomach. I didn't sell, of course, because I'm an idiot. But I had a feeling. I was like, bro, we're going up way too fast, way too quick. We're not supposed to get this pump until November. I remember I was saying that when Bitcoin,
I do remember you calling me and talking. I
said that. I was like, dude, this is off chart. Like that. We're not supposed. Chico. I was like, dude, Chico said November, okay, and Chico's never wrong. Right. So I said, so what's going on? Somebody get Bitcoin on the phone because she's pumping too early. And when we're pumping too early, that means something's not up. And it was right around when Elon said, oh, Dogecoin and Bitcoin, buy a Tesla, blah, 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 blah. And the market went ape shit.
Yeah.
Excuse my language. But that's my point is we kind of got front run. We didn't see our halving in November, October, November, December was usually our pump from the last couple of halvings. Yeah. And we got front run, right? We got pushed up to 69K too early, too quick. We weren't ready for it, and then we had this massive bear market over the last whatever. So what I'm saying is everyone's expecting 2024 or 25, 26, or 2030 for this pump. And that's why I said be careful. Because
and it makes me nervous that these big guys
I'm not waiting on that, bro. I'm not waiting on that because if they're buying now, they're not going to sell in 2026. They're going to get their money as soon as possible, and all it's going to take is to pump it.
Then again, they're buying to hold, though. They're buying for the long term. I mean, I think Bitcoin is, and I don't know.
That's only going to push it. That's only going to push us higher, faster.
I know.
If they're buying to hold, right?
So, how much money do you think is going to flow out of the markets back into the exchanges compared to, these account managers and stuff buying Bitcoin to hold? I don't know. It's weird because I'm almost a little worried that, a lot of retail is going to be going into more of the altcoins, right?
Yes.
I mean, because that's what I did, dude. That's what I did. I bought Dogecoin and then Ethereum, and I mean, I still buy Ethereum way more than I buy Bitcoin. I'm trying to load up my Bitcoin more, but because I'm maturing and I'm understanding it more. It's that store of value, and there's a reason that these account managers want to hold Bitcoin, dude. There's a reason why their clients want to hold Bitcoin.
Right. Well, it's
asset managers. Yeah.
It's that Michael Saylor attitude of there is no second best. I mean, I love ETH. I love Arbitrum. I'm an Arbitrum maxi. I love Ethereum. I use it every day. I don't use Bitcoin Network.
What would you say?
But at the end of the day, if they're gonna do, and I'm not even talking about ordinals and Lightning Network and all this. I'm not talking about it. I'm just talking about the basic aspect of the fact that Bitcoin, the Bitcoin network is the most #1 secure network in the world. Right. It's the agreed upon solid money, whereas Ethereum is the agreed upon solid currency of the internet. But it's not the agreed upon currency of the world. There's two different, very, very different things. You've got Ethereum, which is the network for the network of networks. It's just massive. And look, nobody's a bigger bull on Ethereum than me. I sold everything I had in 2020 and went all in on ETH. So I am not knocking ETH at all. I love it. But you have to keep in mind.
They are two different things. Refer back to our video we put out, a couple weeks back, man. We talked about that. Definitely check that out.
But 200 to wrap it up in a nice, pretty bow. $275,000 Bitcoin Pico top.
It's not that far off.
It's still conservative to me. It's still but I wanted to be realistic in my price prediction. I wanted to really stick to it. And if I'm wrong, you guys,
We're just having fun, guys. You can't this isn't financial advice. Obviously, we're having fun, but we're also being realistic. You know what I mean? 15,000 was the bottom. So 10x, to say 150,000, and then, we're at 28 right now. I mean, you're looking at 280,000. I mean, it's definitely possible. It's done more than that.
It's a 10x. That's a 10x from right now, right here.
Nothing for Bitcoin, especially with the big boys coming in and buying this up, man. And they're gonna do it for the long run. So I'm with you, man. I think I'll say this: 150 to 280,000, man. And I'm conservative as hell.
You're going way more conservative than me, but I think
I'm saying bare minimum 150.
Yes.
And then max, I mean, it could go all the way to 325,000. We don't know, guys. It really depends on how things play out. You know what I mean? And I think it does have a lot to do with presidential elections, the pivot with the Fed and the halving. All this stuff has to line up beautifully. And then the ETFs, you know what I mean? All that stuff has to line up beautifully to where we will get that $325,000, $275,000 Bitcoin, and it is very possible.
So where does that put ETH? Where does that put ETH for you?
What was the bottom for ETH? 900. It was around 900, right? So 900.
I believe
so. I think bare minimum. I think anywhere between 10,000 and 20,000.
I mean, if you're looking at the
very conservative, dude, for ETH. I don't know, man. Maybe 25,000, dude. Now I'm getting hyped up. Now I'm getting excited. Now I'm getting excited because I mean we're talking $20,000 to $30,000 ETH, man. If because the ETH always outperforms Bitcoin. You know what I mean?
Let's just look at what we did on the last run with just Elon tweeting about Tesla and Dogecoin. Ethereum ran. Now keep in mind, if I would have had a nice chunk of money in 2020, we'd be in a studio in Dubai right now recording this episode because. In 2020, your boy bought 6 Ethereum. That was balling for the job I had at the time. Ooh. I had a crap job. I was making minimum wage, and I didn't have any money to spend. But every dollar I had was going into Ethereum, okay? Because I was just like, I saw the tech, and I said, this is it. This is going to dominate. And so I watched Ethereum climb from $75 up to $600, and I had to sell when Ethereum hit 600. I had to sell so I could buy a car. I didn't even have a car at the time, okay? So once I sold, I bought a car, and I looked at it. When I hit sell, I waited right till I had the title in my hand before I sold because I was like, ETH could pump. And the guy's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm checking the ETH price because before I do this,
I want to
make sure. Right, so I waited, and I was like 600, and I was like, God, I don't want to sell my ETH at 600. But I did it because I needed a car, right? Yeah. So I sold it, and I bought my car, and I got my stuff that I needed for real life stuff.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
You gotta do what you gotta do. But I knew when I was selling my ETH at 600 that I was making. I knew that I was going to regret it, but I had no choice. Yep. So for those of you out there watching right now, if you're thinking that you're too late or you're not too late, bro. Because for real, like. If I'm still bullish on ETH, even though it's at $2,000 and I bought it at 75, don't think that it doesn't have room to run because I'm telling you right now, if Bitcoin tears butt up the ranks, Ethereum is going to go nuts. It's going to go nuts. And $12,000 Ethereum is
That's a very conservative, dude. 12,000.
That's conservative. That's a double. That's a double on the Pico top from the last run. The last run was around 5 Gs. So if you double it, say 10 Gs, give it a little bit more for the pump. If we give it 275 Bitcoin,
15 to 25.
That's 15. Yeah, 10 to 15.
Could be 15 to 25,000. That's our opinions. Not financial advice. Real quick, I thought this was interesting before we jump off, guys. This is really cool. It's called the Ataipu. It's been pronounced. I've looked it up on so many different Google searches. I don't know how to pronounce it. A lot of people pronounce it differently. Ataipu Dam, right? It's a hydroelectric dam. It's located on the border between Brazil and Paraguay. It's in Brazil. It's a $27 billion to build. $27 billion, and it has the Guinness World Record for the most expensive object on Earth. They're using it to mine Bitcoin. And it's 100% renewable energy facility in Paraguay. I mean, that's incredible, man. I thought that was really cool. Really cool.
It's the Bitcoin dam in Brazil?
Yeah, dude. It's on the border of Brazil and Paraguay. $27 billion to build. And it's got
Hydro Colossus.
Yes, Guinness World Record for the most expensive object on Earth. And they're using it to mine Bitcoin. 100% renewable energy. Really cool, man. I just wanted to.
That is insane.
Yeah, I wanted to cover that, man. Really cool. Siri, anything else you want to add before we jump off, bud?
No, I think we pretty much talked about Bitcoin's price going to $275,000 for about 30 minutes straight. So, I think our people know that we're a little bit bullish on Bitcoin. So we'll wrap it up with that.
We're just having fun here, man. It's bear market. We're trying to get into the bull, man. We're just having fun. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's episode. Again, make sure you're following us on all socials at the Crypto Remora. Make sure you're following Sierra at Sierra Crypto and myself at Crypto MacGyver. That's going to do it for tonight. Much love to you guys. Much love to the Arbonauts. Much love to the donkeys. And until next time, peace out.